What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this now new official relationship between Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. Right now, actually, there were photos of them together during the holidays. I believe it was around Thanksgiving. They arrived in Atlanta together. Right. I didn't do a video initially because you didn't really know it was a relationship. Were they hooking up? Apparently, they are a full-blown relationship. It has a lot to do with this post that Michael B. Jordan posted up on his Instagram. And as you can see, all the blue check marks are there to congratulate them. Now, she also, on her page, she put up a post herself, and she has people over there. And Twitter is going crazy right now. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about all these women, right? The same women congratulating them. The same women that are out here wanting advice with Lori Harvey on how to get a high-valued man. Those were the same women who were dissing or clowning Michael B. Jordan because he was not we'll say not in a relationship with a melanated woman, is that they thought that he only liked Caucasian women. All right. Even when he would be photo with or maybe dating a black female, they would always try to make fun of him and say, oh, well, he just likes Becky. He likes Caucasian girls. He don't like black girls. And they have been saying this stuff consistently for the last year or two. But let's get into this article. Let's see. Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey marked a major relationship milestone on Sunday, making their highly speculated romance Instagram official. Jordan, who's 33, was named People's Sexiest Man Alive in November, shared two intimate photos of the couple, while Steve Harvey's stepdaughter also posted PDA Polaroid pics on social media. Harvey, who was previously linked to rapper Future, captioned her post with a brown heart emoji. You know what's interesting though is the fact that she went from being with Future to being with Michael B. Jordan. These guys are basically opposites. And she is making her rounds, man. I mean, she's making her rounds on social media as far as being not social media, making her rounds in the dating market, with this guy and with this guy. That's who Lori Harvey is. And what's interesting is that Lori Harvey's own mother has stated how she didn't want her daughter dating famous men, even though she did it. So she's following in her mother's footsteps, even though her mother wouldn't want her to do that. That's what her mother says publicly. We don't know if that's true. But we got to look at Lori Harvey's history, man. She was with Future. She was with Diddy. She briefly was with Trey Songz. And she was with a professional soccer player before then. So when you look at where she is now, right? She's somebody who you have women on social media giving props to about being with Michael B. Jordan. Now, this is the same Michael B. Jordan that they made fun of again for only liking Caucasian women, according to them, even though that wasn't really the case. And I think that played a large role into why all of a sudden now he wants to be in a public relationship, because Michael B. Jordan is very private. He's a very private person. Let's get into the rest of this article. Let's see. Gabrielle Union, Jordan Woods, and Malik Hack were among the many to react to the snaps. All right. I guess this is from her page, and this is from his page, right? In their post, Jordan and Harvey both tagged photographer Leo, who is credited as the Black Panther actor's creative director. First linked in November, Jordan and Harvey were spotted together in Atlanta ahead of Thanksgiving, according to photos published by TMZ. A month later, the twosome touched down in Salt Lake City for New Year's Eve. So yeah, this is very much so official. And you know what's crazy is that you go on social media and they're getting all this praise, and they're praising somebody who is a man eater, basically. She goes from this guy to that guy to this guy, and it ain't just the fact that she's in these relationships with guys in the industry, like a Future, like a Diddy, right? Now she's with Michael B. Jordan. She was with Trey Songz. Ain't no telling who else she was with, okay? And she's getting all this praise because this is the lifestyle that a lot of other women want to live. They're not gonna say it, but they would like to be Lori Harvey. They would like to be dating all these famous men, because on social media, unfortunately, you have a lot of women who have this mentality that dating a famous guy is better than dating a regular guy, even though they're regular, even though they're not famous. They will put all their energy and focus on trying to get the attention of a Michael B. Jordan. And because this guy was browbeaten for months and almost years, because the perception was that he didn't like melanated women, now he has to put a relationship out here. This isn't Michael B. Jordan's doing. I want people to understand this. This has more to do with her than it does him. He's going along with it because he's tired of the perception being that he's not into black women. Go look at the comments on posts before he was linked to Lori Harvey, and how they basically talked about how he doesn't like black women. Ain't that what they say? But now all of a sudden you see them on social media and they're praising them. They're mad because they not with him, which is probably what it was. And now they can live vicariously through Lori Harvey, which is what they want. They want to live vicariously through her. And that's what I'm seeing on social media. Let's go to some of these posts on Twitter. All right. You see? Living out her father's book. And these are her conquests, so to speak. All right. Lori Harvey, really only 24, be having these rich men in their 30s in her hands like silly putty. It's admirable, to be honest. Let's see. Put Lori Harvey in the Hall of Effing Fame. Wow. Me waiting on Michael B. Jordan's 30-day trial with Lori Harvey to end so I can help mend his broken heart. When you realize Steve Harvey really wrote the book act like a lady think like a man, and Lori Harvey really read it and was like, I bet. Let's see. I'm reading up for a reason, people. Let's see. I actually love that Lori never talks to us. Why does she need to? She is rich and hot and dates the rich and hot. Why does she need to open up to the wretched public for? She has all she needs and she does what she does. Love that for her. I can tell Michael B. Jordan thinks he's the one that's gonna marry Lori Harvey. All right. Okay, let's see. How are you 35 with a 24-year-old role model? Lori Harvey days over. Take them kids to school. All right. Lori, don't bother nobody. Hell, I don't think I've ever heard her speak. Leave it to Twitter to act like they know her though. All right. Well, when you do public displays of affection, putting posts out there, people are gonna have their own opinions, right? I just want to be Lori Harvey. The best way to overanalyze Lori living her best life is for me to drink my water and mind my business. I hope Lori Harvey has a great day today. When it comes to relationship with Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey, All I'm doing is praying for their health, perfect peace, and that they make each other happy. Let's see. I was today years old when I found out Lori. Steve Harvey. Let's see. Lori Harvey is aspiring. See, this is what's going on out here, people. You got people who are aspiring to be Lori Harvey, man. That's not good. You basically want to be the thought. Like, I mean, that's the only way I can put it, man. Because when you swapping from this guy to this guy to this guy, and the relationship isn't lasting very long, what are you aspiring to? Seriously, what are these adult women aspiring to? This is the problem with a lot of modern day women. They're trying to be Lori Harvey because they want to date famous men. You have a lot of delusional women out here. Okay? You have a lot of delusional women out here who think that they should be with famous men. In reality, you'll never be with a famous man. Ever. So why are you out here thinking that you're going to be with a Michael B. Jordan? That's just never going to happen. So you have a lot of them that's going to live vicariously through Lori Harvey. All right. Let's see. Maybe one more comment. Lori Harvey has a new boyfriend. We are now going to be reading about how this is about your 20s. We're going to read about how this is what your 20s should be about for the next 36 hours. Lori Harvey bagging these fine men, and we have never heard her voice. That's because I think it's time for people to get a life. Listen, in regards to Michael B. Jordan, this is a choice that he made. He has never had a public relationship ever. He is doing this for her to build up her profile. And I wish these guys would understand this. I wish these guys understand that she's only using you to build herself up. Now, this relationship may last. You know, she's doing more in this relationship than any other relationship, right? She never really even did this with Future. But the thing is, Future and Michael B. Jordan are different personalities. They're different guys. So things will have to be done in a different way. But the fact that you have her and him posting these identical Instagram posts, you know, speaking about their joining together, it's only but to build her profile, man. He doesn't gain anything from this. I think he wants the perception of him, you know, just liking Caucasian women to be over. This might have been a motivation for that, but he really didn't need to do that. It ain't really nobody's business what his preference in women is. But honestly, I truly believe that he felt like he had to do this, one, because he really likes Lori, and I believe he's wanted to be with her for quite some time. When you go to these links for someone that you just got into a relationship with, that lets me know he's always wanted to be with Lori. He's always wanted to be with her. I mean, how else do you explain him posting the photo? People say, well, they're just photos. They're just photos. Big deal. He's never done this with any other woman. And he wants to prove something to the public. Lori Harvey wants to build herself up, right, as the ultimate girl to get. And I just hope Michael B. Jordan doesn't get caught up in this wave of attention seeking that has gone on with Lori Harvey for quite some time. Now, I know Lori has her fans, but I look at the track record. All right. You know what's crazy? How would we have known that she was dating Diddy if they weren't caught, you know, suspiciously walking together with her smiling and Diddy like, what the what's going on here? We would have never known. All right. So again, man, maybe it works out. Maybe she's finally settled down, but she is putting mileage on herself. I don't care what nobody says. We don't even know all the men she's been with. We just know of the guys that she's with publicly. And honestly, who would want a wife? Somebody that's been with Future and Diddy. Seriously. You know, who? And we don't know who else. You know, she's been with in between. So people say, well, she hasn't been with that many guys. How do you know? And we also look at the track record and the type of guys that you're getting with. Future doesn't even like to wrap up. And he was dealing with her and other women at the same time. And she seemed okay with it, as long as she's able to build her social media profile, to build herself up as the ultimate girl to get. And now she's able to get with nice guy Michael B. Jordan. But we'll see.